to using placenames.ni.org. You can see the URL for placenames.ni when actually you go to the website. This is the home page we're looking at here. It's quite long and difficult to remember. So the easiest thing by far to do is if you just open a new tab, just go to Google, placenames.ni, and then that will bring you directly to it. So that's the easiest way to start using it. So then you would click on search for a place name. So obviously you need to know where you're looking for. So I'm going to put in Teves Shilley. We can adjust county, townland, parish, all these sorts of things. But as always, when you're starting off, keep it as broad as possible. You can see here now we have two results. We've got Teves Shilley Graveyard Disused, and that is M for a minor place name. So that's not an official townland name, it's a minor place. And it's in the townland of Teves Shilley, in the barony of Upper Ards, in the county of Down. And then we've got Teves Shilley, the T indicating it as a townland. So we can click into that and we can see now Teves Shilley is in 1851 was in the parish of Witter, but in 1961, because of amalgamation and changes in old parish structures, we find it in Ballyphilip. So the townland is listed here. We can then see it on very useful maps, and we can zoom into that. So we can see the outline of the townlands of Teves Shilley and Tullycarnan there. We then have the origin of the name, and the hillside of the willowy area is what they're saying, and then it gives background to the meaning of the name, very useful. Also then references, and then what's a really important part of Place Names NI is that it shows you where and when the place has been recorded in the historical record, and the very unusual variant spellings that one may find. So in the case of Teves Shilley, we're going all the way back to 1559, and we can find references. Then we can click on more information, and we can get information on where that was found. So it's come from a genealogical history of the Savage family in Ulster, being a revision and enlargement of certain chapters, etc., etc. And we can come all the way down to the 1830s and the work of the Ordnance Survey and O'Donovan, and you'll see in the description that they often refer to O'Donovan. That's the famous Gaelic scholar who assisted the Ordnance Survey when they were doing their work. And some place names can be really old indeed, so if we just go back, and I'm just going to put in Urney, U-R-N-E-Y, and then apply. So we saw we had only 2 entries for Teves Shilley, but now you can see there's quite a lot of entries for Urney. But we want to come down and look at this one, Urney, the townland of Instraban Lower. We open this up. We can see it's in the parish of Urney, so don't forget that place names often are repetitive because they describe something. So you can have a townland, has the same name as the parish, maybe has even the same name as the barony, and so on. We can see again the wonderful maps that we can help orientate ourselves with, the description of it again, and then we can see, if we come down here, the variant spellings that we find and when in the historical record. And you can see in this case Urney is first referenced in 876, so that's the 9th century, and you can see it has come from a reference to the Annals of the Four Masters, published in the early 17th century. So Place Names NI for the 6 counties of Northern Ireland is a really excellent resource.